Hello, folks. In this short video, I'm going to give you a brief tour of your exam process. And when you check in, you're going to be given a Post-it note with a PIN number on it and a tablet, just like the one you're seeing on the screen. And when you get it, it's going to look very much like this. It's going to have a team identifier and a place for you to enter that PIN that you have on your Post-it note. So the first thing you're going to do is go ahead and enter that PIN, and you're going to hit Join Session. And at that point, one of our volunteer examiners is going to let you into the session and display some information on the screen for you. Now, that information is really important. We want you to double check the information there to make sure it's all correct. And of course, in your real exam, you'll have an FRN number there. It won't say null. And we will have checked that FRN for you when you registered for the exam. But we want you to check your address and email and phone number. And when all of that looks good to you, you can hit the Start Technician Exam button. And one of our volunteer examiners is going to create a random exam for you, and it's going to appear on your screen just like this. And let me tell you just a couple of things about how this works. First of all, in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little calculator icon. And if you press on that icon, a calculator is going to pop up on your screen. You can move it around with your finger, and you can use it just like a normal calculator. And when you're done, you can just hit that X in the upper right corner, and it'll get out of your way. Now, your exam may have questions like this one, where there's a picture or a diagram. And if you want to see the diagram bigger, all you have to do is tap it, it'll go full screen, tap it again, it'll go back to normal size. Now, when you're taking the exam, all you're going to need to do is look at the question and tap on the answer that you want to select. Just like here, you're going to tap on letter C and then scroll to the next question. And all of your exam questions are going to be on one single page here. So just select an answer, scroll to the next one. And by the way, you can go back and review your answers if you'd like. You can change your answers. And I'm not going to show you the whole exam answering process here. We're going to jump like magic to the last question and answer that question. And when you're feeling comfortable with all the answers you've given, you can hit the Grade Exam button right down below the last question or in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. And when you do that, when you tap on Grade Exam, one of our volunteer examiners is going to grade it for you, and your results will appear right there on your screen. And look at that, 35 out of 35, a perfect score. Great job. Now, at this point, you could decide to go on and take the general exam. And if you've studied for that one and you'd like to take the exam, just tap the Start General Exam. But if you don't want to push your luck, you can go ahead and get your license in the books by tapping on the Finish and Sign Forms button. And then you can confirm that by tapping Finish and Sign again. All right. Now you're going to see that same information that you had seen earlier, and we want to make sure that all of that information transferred here properly. So make sure you double check this information again. And if it all looks good to you, you can tap on that first blue bar, Review Quick Form 605. And this is actually the application form that we are going to send to the ARRL, and they're going to send along to the FCC. So it's very important that all the information on this form is correct. So double check all the information in section 1. That's all the information at the top of your screen there. And if that all looks good to you, you're going to want to scroll down to the very bottom of the page and look at the certification bullets. There's 6 of them below the words, I certify that. You're going to be signing your name to these in just a couple of moments, so we want to make sure that you've had a chance to read through these. And once you have, you can tap Close in the bottom right corner of your screen. That'll take you back to the previous page where you will see another blue bar that says Review CSCE. So go ahead and tap on that second blue bar, and that's going to bring up your Certificate of Successful Completion of Examination. This is your diploma. This is your proof that you passed. And if you go to the bottom left corner of this one, you'll see your name and address one last time, so check that over for us. And if it looks okay, you can hit close again in the bottom right corner of your screen. And if you scroll up this page just a little bit, you're going to see 4 bullet points right above that red text. And those have to do with how your digital signature works on the 2 forms that we just looked at. So read those over. And once you've had a chance to review them, you can go down below that red text and tap where it says full name of signer and type in your full name. Now I'm going to sign where it says sign here using my finger. I'm going to hit sign documents and finish session and log out. And now your tablet's right back where it started. You can return that to the desk where you registered, and they'll give you some final instructions on your way out. If you have any questions during the exam process, if you're having trouble or you just can't remember what to do next, just raise your hand and one of our volunteers will come over to give you some help. All right, we'll see you at your exam.